Sorry. This is a request that has come from one of the forums. This is a female chat, and she has requested to find out about the marriage and studies. So I'll just look into the LP concept and tell you how we look at it. So marriage is straight to 7th house in LP. So the LP Lagna is falling on Mithuna. The Lord of it is in the 8th house. So it is hidden. It is hidden. So 8th house, it is hidden. So that means 8th house is going to be for the next 10 years, this house is going to be difficult. Okay, so let's look at the marriage option. So the moment we look at marriage, we go and see the 7th house. From here, the 7th house Lord is Jupiter. And Jupiter is in 12th to it. So we don't, the next 10 years for this period of this house, until we cross all the powers, we are not going to see any good encouragement from the Jupiter side for the marriage. Okay, there are two reasons. One, it is in the 12th, which is 6th from here. Another is it is the owner of the 7th as well as the 10th house. So 10th means it will give a very tough time. So it will give a very tough time, and being in the 6th and the Lord being 12 to the 7th, so and being in the 6th to that, so it's pretty difficult for Jupiter to give marriage in this case. Okay, I'm not going to see the Dasa Bhakti, even though I have displayed the Dasa Bhakti here. I'm not going to see the Dasa Bhakti. I'm going to see how the marriage is possible. Okay, it's not going to. So the house is not going to allow. So can we see at the nakshatra levels if the marriage is possible? There are 3 nakshatras in this house. One is Mula, the next one is Purvashada, and third one is Uttarashada. Mula is Ketu. Ketu is in the 11th. And Ketu is in the 11th to ALP. And from here it is the 5th house. So it can give a marriage. It can give a love kind of a marriage. Ragu being in the 5th house from ALP and Ketu being here, it can be a different kind of a, the option can be different, like the age might be different, which is abnormal. Either she will be older than the boy, or things like that will happen. Or it will also indicate a different caste. Okay, so if that is the case, then this will be indicated. But second marriage is also indicated. So what will happen is this marriage will break, and the second marriage will happen, even if it happens. Okay, if it does not happen, fine. If it happens, that is out. So, or till what time is this thing going to run? So, from the LP, if you look at it, Aradra second pada, okay, and when you come and look at the 7th house, if it is second pada Aradra, that means we have done 4 padas we have crossed. So if you count the 4 padas here also, it will be Mula 4th pada. Until Mula 4th pada, okay, so which will end in August 22. The love affair and that kind of option can work out. But it will break. It will break for sure. It will break. And if you look at Ketu also, let's say Ketu where it is sitting. Ketu is sitting in Shukra Nakshatra in Barni, and that is also from this house it is to the 12th. So even this guy will break the marriage. Okay, he will break the marriage. So it will not happen. Generally, even if it happens, it will break. Okay. Then let's say the Ketu option is there, not there. So let's look at the next 4 padas that is there, which belongs to Purvashada. When you look at Purvashada, again that planet 6 and sits into 12 to this. And from the ALP, if you look at it, it owns the 5th and the 12th. So that's not a very good combination. So that's not. From the 7th house also, if you look at it, this is a 6th and the 11th. Again and again indicating a tough marriage and a breakup of the first marriage. Okay, again, that's how it looks like. Okay, so we don't have an option for the Buddha, for the Shukran or the Purvashada pada also, or the 4 padas. Then we have Uttarashada, Sun's Nakshatra coming. The moment you see Sun Nakshatra, so it is sitting in the 2nd house. That's a good option, but it is sitting to 8 to it. So the marriage could be a sudden marriage, it is not going to be that easy. Sitting in eighth is not a very good option, but it can give a marriage, but it will be tough because sun sitting here is sitting eighth from its own house. From here it is the sixth. From here it is the eighth. We call it Sastashana. So again, this is also a difficult time for it. So once let's stop at 4.5 years. Okay, let's look at later on. So the question is whether she will be able to do this during this time. So during this time, it's not going to be possible. So then, okay. So next 4 years, 5 months, 10 days, marriage is highly almost next to impossible. Okay, even if it happens, it will break. So that's all this. So now let's look at the education part of it, which she has asked. We take ALP and the second house. The second house lord is in the third, which is good because of competition, communication, writing skills, and all those things. It is good. It will be there. If you look at the second house, Bhava Lord, okay, which happens to be Pushya Shani. Shani is sitting 8 to the 9th of it. Okay, that's a good option. So that's a good option. If it does any research kind of a documentation and all those things, if she wants to do it, she will succeed on that particular subject. Any research kind of a thing she does it, she will succeed on that. So higher education is possible. She can even score very well. So moon, if you look at it in Purva Phalguni. So it is in Sun's Nakshatra, which is 7, 8. Okay, but it means it's a research type of studies it will help with. Then you have Mars, which is in Maga, Ketu, which is in 12 to 8. So that is also in good position. So education wise, she will do very well. As far as the marriage concerned, I am not so positive about it. Okay, this is how we see from the LV concept. Okay, this is different from the traditional one. This is what Puduri Murthy sir has found it out. Because generally what we try to look at the Dasa Bhukti and we see. If I see the Dasa Bhukti, Moon Dasa, and all I could see is like from here, it is in the 6th house, and I'll try to predict using this. Okay, which will not come, or I will see the Dasa Bhukti, Anta Dasa, I will try to see and try to read, which will not give me a very accurate picture. But here I can very clearly, confidently say this would be the condition of the marriage, and this would be the condition of the study. There are two things that she has asked, and marriage is 4 years, 5 months, and 10 days, highly impossible. Post that, we'll see later on. Studies, yes, she can do a PhD or something like that. Research is there, and she will do very well. Okay, so that's it for this particular chart. Thank you for watching. If you want to put some other charts and you want me to decipher the chart and tell you, please write in the comments the date of birth, time, and place of birth, and the possible questions that you want to ask. And I'll find time, I'll decipher the chart, and I'll try to post this as soon as possible. Right? Thank you very much. Have a good day.